Diceman! Diceman, it's your old pal, Gilly.
Oh, Gilbert, how you doing, fella?
I heard you're doing a movie.
Yeah, I'm that kind of a big star right now, and my star's never gonna fade. I'm getting into movies.
It's gonna be 20 minutes of fame for you.
At least, if not a full half hour.
So that brings me to my question.
Oh, fire away, my good friend.
How am I not in your movie?
Well, there's a lot of fantastical celebrities I got in this movie, because like I said, I'm a big star right now.
I'll do anything. I'll suck your dick.
I don't think it'll come to that, my good man. We're just gonna have to maybe move some things around. I got that Freddy Krueger guy in this movie here, and Wayne freakin Newton as well, baby.
Hold on. I can help you.
How's that?
I've been to Las Vegas to see Wayne Newton. I could probably talk to him.
You probably could, but we also got Lauren Holly and Tone Loc, and guess what? Even Elvis's daughter's in this thing.
You fucked him?
Elvis Presley? I fucked him.
Oh.
Well, let me ask you this, Gilbert. I think we might have something we could do for you. How would you feel about playing some sex-deranged, loudmouth asshole who gets electrocuted?
Hold on! This is the performance of my career! So you're saying I'm playing Gilbert Gottfried?
Essentially, we'll give you a made-up name so it's all fictional and whatnot, but you'd essentially, be playing you.
I'm not too picky. I was on Saturday Night Live as a dead guy.
Some of your best work, my friend.
Thank you. Well, so, I got the part.
It's all yours if you want it.
It's the role I was born to play, baby!
You know when I pick a movie, that's when I'm under pressure now. The question always comes back to me, what were they thinking now? Whoa, what were they thinking? What were they thinking?
Oh my god! Nope.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why can't you just say, hey, it's Brendan?
My throat is garbage right now.
Now you know how I feel when I do Takahashi-san.
Takahashi.
Right.
This is a podcast.
It is.
It's called What Were They Thinking?
It is.
He's Nathan.
And he's Brandon.
Brendan, you son of a bitch. And this week, oh my god, my voice is done. This week we are talking about Nathan's pick for this episode.
A summer flopbuster, if there ever was one.
Oh boy, emphasis on flop. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, starring Andrew Dice Clay. But Nathan.
Yes.
We can't do this one alone.
Of course not, it's too big of a movie.
So we brought along a guest, our friend and yours, from the Home Video Hustle. It is Brent.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Oh!
Oh, freaking Brent is in the studio, hey!
Hey!
What's poppin', y'all?
Brent, before we get started on this movie, because there is going to be a lot to talk about, you have a podcast, the Home Video Hustle.
Yes, sir.
And where can people find you?
You can find us on Twitter at capital H, capital V, capital H, capital P, lowercase oddcast. At Facebook.com/HVH Podcast. Instagram, we're a Home Video Hustle Podcast. On YouTube, type in Home Video Hustle. I assure you we'll be there with new videos every Wednesday. And you can check out ajradio.org/Home Video Hustle, because that's the podcast network we fucking with right now.
And you guys talk about, you guys certainly talk about bad movies, but also ones that you genuinely enjoy.
Oh, see, that's the thing. See, they might be bad to most people, but a lot of times we like them.
Oh no, I've heard some 2s and 3s. I don't think you like all of them.
Well, I mean, when it comes to Star Wars, I know PJ has a deep hatred for a lot of shit. When it comes to Disney movies, I have a deep hatred for a lot of shit.
And then when it comes to Lindsay Lohan movies, you both love them.
It's the best.
What about classic Disney from like, the 40s?
The racist shit.
Oh, by the way, I Know Who Killed Me, coming soon.
Oh, y'all gonna do that too, for real?
I don't know, maybe.
Good luck.
Good lord.
You know it's funny though. I swear it's hilarious. Me and PJ laughed the whole fucking time. The only thing about that episode is that the spirit legit likes that movie, so she was trying to defend it, and it was fun just trying to shut her down. Like, no, stop it.
Stop it. Just stop.
You knock it off. No. Bad.
That's a bad spirit. Bad.
Hit the water bottle and just hit her with the water every now and then.
The sprayer. Get that off the table.
Shh.
Stop scratching up the carpet. Bad. Well, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, guys. Andrew Dice Clay, 1990. His first and only starring role in a theatrically released film.
Yep.
Or we should say, I guess, lead role. Now, this is... I dug up some weird kind of facts about this movie. So, despite the fact that this movie was pretty much reviled by critics when it was released in the U.S., the movie actually had a lot of success in post-communist Hungary, where copies of a pirated dubbed version were widely circulated. And I guess it's because they had a very well-known eccentric musician and actor who dubbed all of Dice's lines, which actually contains more profanity, more gratuitous profanity than that's in the original version of the movie.
We should have watched that one.
Yeah, just like, I don't know what he said there, but it sounded offensive.
Sounded dirty.
Several lines of dialogue from the film became ingrained in the slang of Hungarian urban youth throughout the 90s. And in Norway, and it was released in 1992, it became a phenomenon, apparently. And after a huge demand from Norwegian audiences, the film was finally released on DVD in the early 2000s.
Damn.
And it's also huge in Spain.
Why?
I have no idea.
I think there was a famous comedian who did the voiceover there as well.
Yeah, all of them is like they're like dubs by people that were very popular in those countries. I think they were like that Diceman sounds like our guy. And just last but not least, the movie also at the Golden Raspberry Awards that year won for Worst Actor for Andrew Dice Clay, and also tied for Worst Picture along with the movie Ghosts Can't Do It.
What the hell is that?
Never heard of that one.
Which stars Bo Derek and Donald Trump.
You fucking lying.
I'm not lying. So, well, and just as a last thing, I guess we should mention this movie cost about $40 million to make, and it made about 10.
Get fucked.
So, I mean, and like 1990, this was like pretty much, I don't know if it's the height, but it's pretty close to when he was the most popular. So that's pretty surprising that this movie actually tanked at the box office.
That's what I was wondering about, because around that time is when he was fucking famous, I thought.
Well, he actually had like an exchange. Him and Sam Kinison, I don't know, got into it because both their shtick is that they're loud and womanizing, right? Mm-hmm. So Clay goes on to, I think it was Arsenio, and he delivers this like from the heart monologue about how he worked so hard to get where he is, struggling and playing clubs and day in and day out fighting the good fight to achieve his dream, and that everybody should do that, should fight really hard for anything they've ever dreamed of and ever believed in. And he's kind of starting to cry while he's doing it. Well, like later that week or the next week, Sam Kinison went on, like, I don't know, some other late night show and basically did the same thing, but the whole time mocking Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah. Well, and that Andrew Dice Clay thing is guys, you got to see it. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, don't know how genuine it was, but it's something else. And then he's like, "This is the greatest country in the world, I feel." Oh.
Was he ever on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, controversial host of Saturday Night Live because
He's one of the band, isn't he?
Well, I don't know if he was banned or if he just never came back. Because I know one of the cast members, Nora Dunn, said she wasn't going to do the show. She walked out.
And Sinead O'Connor canceled?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, and it ended up being Nora Dunn's final season. She never returned after that either. And Sinead O'Connor came back like a couple years later to rip up a picture of the Pope and cause her own controversy. So, Ford Fairlane.
Let's get into it.
We open with the world's shittiest opening credit font. I hated it.
What are you talking about?
I could barely read it.
That's because you can barely read.
Unrelated, Nathan. The font
You sure?
is awful. And
It wasn't Comic Sans.
Andrew Dice Clay is sitting on a beach wearing a muumuu because it's cow print, so that's what I'm calling it. And he's talking, he's reminiscing. It's one of those movies where we start at the end and go back and tell the story from the beginning.
I'll say this though, they started with the narration and they stuck with it. Not like Alone in the Dark where it just randomly disappeared.
Much to my chagrin, this had narration. I agree.
And they stuck with it, so good for them.
It was artistic and Alone with the Dark. Or Alone in the Dark, whatever the hell.
Yeah, Alone
Whatever
in the
it's called.
Dark was an auteur's vision.
There you go.
The thing I liked about this movie was that I get that they were trying to go for some neo-noir type stuff because they're doing that whole narration like an old detective movie, and even some of the dialogue in the movie, it tries to be fast-paced and intelligent, and it achieves one of them.
Yeah, it's a little slow, but it's very smart, right?
Yeah, that's it exactly.
There you go. Oh, did you say who directed this?
Oh, Rennie motherfucking Harlan.
That's right.
Hell yeah. This is before Die Hard 2.
Yeah,
and Long Kiss Goodnight.
I think Die Hard 2 was before this, was it not?
Yes, I think they started filming it right after this. I read.
Okay. And what was the other thing you said? Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yep.
He also went on to direct such things as The Covenant.
And
Hey.
Cutthroat Island.
Hey,
Oh, he's making box office bombs left and right. And we open on a concert. I'm pretty sure that's the guy from Motley Crue, right?
It is
Neil?
Vince Neil, yep.
Okay.
But it's not Motley Crue, the band.
Well, no, but it's him from Motley Crue.
But you would think they're in California. It's a movie about California's sleazebag music industry. You'd think Motley Crue, the entirety of Motley Crue, would be like, we want in.
Isn't it weird, too, how, like, some of them are musicians playing themselves, and some of them are playing characters that are basically the exact same thing as themselves?
Yeah.
Like, this one for sure. Well, I guess because he like dies on stage, but I mean it's kind of a thing now for celebrities to play them heightened versions of themselves, and even sometimes get killed off in movies. I guess it wasn't like a thing back then, but
See, this movie is groundbreaking.
no, I'm saying it did the opposite of that because he doesn't play himself, but he does the most. We go to this concert. Bobby Black, played by Vince Neil of Motley Crue, doing the most insane entrance stunt into a concert. He literally, his whole body is on fire when he lands on the stage. He's put out, and then he starts performing, to the point where when he passes out and dies, I said, yeah, probably. You do this shit like every concert, it's eventually gonna get to you.
You just weren't there, Brendan. You weren't there at the height of hair metal, man.
It was unsafe, and
You mean it was
don't approve.
Unbelievable.
Ugh. It was so upsetting.
Sure, June.
So after this concert, Bobby Black, played by Vince Neil, collapses and dies. Ford arrives at a nightclub with
Driving a Ford Fairlane.
Yes, it basically becomes a Ford commercial for a few minutes, and he has the most intricate way to take his cigarette out.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like it's like if Dan Aykroyd designed his jacket or something, because there's so many gadgets.
Gotta have that flashy pageantry.
It's like he stole it off the set of Nothing But Trouble.
Damn, that's a movie I ain't heard of in a long time.
Oh my, that fucking movie.
That is some trash.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
It's messed. It's like it's like House of a Thousand Corpses, but on laughing gas.
It's scarier than House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
especially Aykroyd with that dick nose of his.
Well, speaking of dick nose, Andrew Dice Clay walks into the club, and he's got girls all over him. He's got Morris Day talking to him with his ladies.
They break
And,
the fourth wall.
Yeah, because she said he gives her his number. He gives a girl his number. It says 555, and she's like, "That's a movie number." He's like, "What you think this is? Real life?" Oh.
I also like another phone-related one where he says he had his own 1-800 number, and it was
Yeah.
1-800 unbelievable, but it's the worst ADR edit.
Oh, there is a few times that happens.
I read about that too. There's a reason for that.
Oh.
Do tell.
I forget what the original version was, but it was like whatever he said the first time was the exact right amount of numbers, and they didn't want people actually calling that number, blowing it up, so they added a different word that was like a super fake number.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So yeah.
I think it was
1-800
amazing. My bad. That's the word I think it was. Like 1-800 amazing or something.
Amazing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's seven letters, 7 numbers.
There's there's a funny bit that if you know California, where he meets Neil and Bob, tells them they should take Mulholland. They'll love the curves.
His first case right at the top of the movie is finding a stalker who's following Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, no, they're the Pussycats,
Well, no, but the lead singer's name is Josie.
but they're only called the Pussycats.
I mean, yes, but it's obviously what they're referencing.
Right, but they don't want to get sued.
Okay, that's what I was asking. So is this just a way of, like, referencing... Because that was a comic, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's just their, like, little subtle reference to the comic of Josie and the Pussycats? It was just
I'm guessing.
weird... I
Sure.
thought because Ford Fairlane was based on had, like, a source material, too, I thought it was, like, in the same universe or something.
Oh, not to my knowledge.
Okay, well, it's basically the Pussycats featuring Josie. So yeah, and he's trying to stop this redheaded creeper here, who has the worst poker face of all time.
Sam, asshole.
Sam the sleazebag. Because Ford is trying to get him to, like, break down and find out if it's him. He shows him a picture of the band, and he literally opens his, like, stalker briefcase.
Start sniffing hair and shit, right?
Yeah. And he's like, "This is my shrine. I take it on the go." We get a brief appearance here in the movie by a character named Melody. Pay attention, folks. She'll come back later.
You know, like a pretty girl that you sing. I don't know what she said.
Oh, she says some weird thing like melody, as in, and then she says the sentence, and I was like, what? How am I supposed to remember that? That's not like a good quip.
But that's an example of them trying to do like that, you know, detective lingo type talk in a neo-noir, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes 0 sense. I wish I could remember the line, but I don't.
But Morris Day has a great line about her.
Oh, but how she shaves?
You need to shave before you leave the house in a dress like that, and I don't mean your legs.
Oh!
It was a lot more subtle than I thought the joke was gonna get. I was expecting a follow-up like, "You mean her snatch?"
Snapperhead.
But Diceman ends up catching the sleazebag by shooting like a disco ball. Not a disco ball, but, like, you know, a big ball that's hanging from the ceiling.
It's a mirror ball.
It was
Yeah.
a disco ball.
Yeah, it's kind of disco ball. It
So
crashes on
many
his head.
assholes, so few bullets.
I thought at first when he said that he was just gonna shoot him in the back.
Me too. That's why I was kind of upset about that. I'm like, I'll just shoot him.
Well,
He's a private detective, not a LAPD officer.
Man, LA, man, nobody care.
I think it would have been a weird way to establish him as the, like, I know he's like an anti-hero, not an anti-hero, I know he's like not supposed to be like a super good role model or anything, but it would have been weird if the opening scene is him shooting someone from behind.
I'd have laughed.
Well, Brent, it's not just here for you, okay?
And then
I want to make a
Clint
joke, but I'm
Eastwood?
not gonna say it.
But anyway, he hooks up with two of the girls from the club. Has the most obnoxious alarm clock of all time.
What? Purple Haze
Well, I didn't say
by
the
Jimi
song
Hendrix?
was. I didn't say the song was bad. I just mean it's like insanely loud.
Do my dishes.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get this right out of the way. His treatment of women is not what you would call 2018 acceptable.
Or acceptable in general.
What are you talking about?
The 90s were kind of fun.
I don't see it. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, okay, Brian. Can we get the spirit on the line?
Nah, see, that's why I made sure she had to go to work today.
I think you should take a shift today.
Did she watch this with you?
Nah, she didn't.
Oh.
I would love just like a quick yeah, this just a quick opinion from her.
Oh, believe me, if she watched it, she would have some shit to talk about. I already know.
So yeah, he kicks the girls out of the house. Gets a call from his assistant Jazz, played by Lauren Holly, with some crazy ass hair.
Loved her hair.
Yeah.
And basically she's and then he meets up with this kid that just like kind of hangs out around his house from time to time.
Brandon Call.
Who?
From the Step by Step.
What?
Yeah.
No, I mean, what is that? I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, it was a sitcom in the mid '90s.
But I for the longest time when I was writing my notes, I kept like, what's his name? What's his name? And then I looked in the credits. He's literally credited as the kid.
Yep. They don't give him
has
like the name.
No name.
See them girls? Girl Scouts. I took 2 boxes.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
This is this. So anytime the kid shows up, I feel like this is their way of softening Dice's character a bit by showing like, oh, see, he cares about this kid. He stopped him from smoking.
Get that out of your mouth.
Yeah. He told him not to swear while swearing at him.
Hey, you know, that's a real thing. My parents did that for years when I was a kid.
You fucking, I hear you say fuck one more time, I'm gonna bounce you right the fuck out of here. Alright, now get the fuck out of here. But he likes that kid, so he's nice.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, see, the shit kid helps, Brendan.
He is a shit kid. I really don't care for this kid at all.
I don't either. I hope he got shot.
Yeah.
Awful. He gets beat up later, so
Hey, and
you
I
guys
laughed.
can like that.
One
I did.
One of our
Fucking
hashtags we first brought up,
sociopaths.
Brent.
Hashtag child beating.
Oh my god. That's almost worse than child murder.
Is it? That's worse.
I think it's worse.
I don't
it's
know,
more-
man.
It's because you
I
can
don't know,
do it more than one time to the
That's
same
true.
kid.
You can have fun multiple times doing that one. That's true.
Oh my god.
So hey, Tone Loke's in this movie.
The weirdest cameo of all time.
He
I
didn't
don't
even do
understand
nothing.
why he just couldn't be Tone Loke.
That's what I was thinking that same thing. Like, he don't do shit or add to the plot at all. Like,
Well, no, he helps reform Sam the sleazebag.
don't they like jump him at the end of that?
They do.
Yeah. Which I thought implied that they murdered him in broad daylight.
Me too, actually.
I feel like that was supposed to mean that, and they just added him into the movie like at the late stage or something.
You needed something to help the plot, man.
Yeah, the plot!
There you go.
So anyway, Tone Loke is performing, and Ford or Diceman, whatever, brings Sam into his office, and then there's the Pussycats featuring Josie.
Oh, the best here when Sam is like, "I love you all," and they're like, "Yeah, that's the guy. That's the scumbag," and he's like, "You bitches have no proof."
Also, like, I wish I would have taken in the first 20 minutes, I wish I had a drinking game every time someone said he's a rock and roll detective.
Oh man.
Because good lord, like by the third time I was like, yeah, I get it. I know who he is. I feel like the part was written by someone with like ADD or something. Like, oh, he's a rock and roll detective. Oh, by the way, he's a rock and roll detective.
There's a drinking game for Stephen Izzy right there. How to watch this and take a drink every time.
There you go. Every time rock and roll detective, or every time Andrew Dice Clay says something chauvinistic.
Oh fuck.
Oh, you'd be dead.
Alcohol poisoning right there.
Yeah. So, they say they're gonna let Sam go, but they gotta keep the evidence.
That's right. Oh yeah, they fake castrate him. Which at first I thought they actually did it.
Me too.
And then they said next time it's for real. I was like, oh, okay.
Then he jumps off the building and wrecks Tone Log's stereo.
And he gets the shit beat out of him.
Damn right.
Sal pizza eating, garlic smelling motherfucker. Today is the last day of the rest of your life. I love how he keeps getting paid with stuff and not money. How is that a viable business model?
By rich musicians.
Yeah, I don't make money, I make gifts. I need money, dead presidents, Gerald Ford, Michael Jackson. Come on, Jazz!
Ugh.
Yeah, the spirit would have definitely been mad about that Michael Jackson shit.
He didn't say anything bad about Michael Jackson, he just confused Andrew Jackson and Michael Jackson.
I know, but anytime somebody make a joke, she instantly gets pissed off every time. And it's funny, because I fuck with her all the time.
Wait, hold on a second, though. She's a big Michael Jackson fan, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
But what does she think about his like, his other stuff?
What do you mean by other stuff, Brandon?
His
His
personal
his
problems.
personal issues.
She would tell you that he had no personal issue.
She doesn't believe that he ever did anything?
Nope.
They found stuff at his ranch.
Hey, man, look. If you want to do a side hustle one day and talk to her all about that shit, if you got 3 hours to spare, homie.
All right. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
I will make a note of it. You gonna talk to her? 'Cause I can't wait to hear that conversation.
Hey, from all the stuff I've heard on the side hustles, there's 3 hours I could fill no problem with all the things that she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
there you go, Brendan. I got you. I'm writing it down right now.
Oh, shit.
Y'all want to hear Brendan get cussed out? Listen to the home video hustle.
Hey, I'm not taking a stance. I'm just saying there's a lot of evidence.
Just make sure you tell her that after she's done having a severely combative conversation with Brendan, I'd be more than glad to sit down and have a thoughtful, forward-thinking conversation with her.
I got you.
All right.
Fuck you, Nathan.
You, Brendan.
Starting the fights already.
One of the gifts he gets is a koala from NXS, the band NXS. And for the longest time, well, for a little while anyway, I thought it was just like a supposed to be a stuffed koala. And then when it started moving, I was like, wait a second. Am I supposed to believe that's a real koala bear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, like, how would you get that to someone?
Just throw it in the box and send it in the mail.
He's like,
They're
Australia.
Australians. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that the place we do the freaking nuclear testing? Hey. The film, the plot is about to begin for real, because we get a call from Sir Gilbert Gottfried.
Johnny Crunch.
Yeah. And he basically says, I have a case for you. Oh, by the way, it's the weirdest, like, exposition call ever, though.
Oh, I love how
like,
is this Suzuki Samurai? Is this the car I want to talk to?
But but that part's fine. But then he's just like, remember when we went to prom and I fucked your prom date? And remember when we did? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just the laziest way to get that information out there.
Ain't got no time. Gotta get that shit out there.
Yeah.
It's lazy. Anyway, he says to meet him at the radio station. He's one of those shock jocks. Was Howard Stern a thing yet at the time? I feel like he was.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's basically Howard Stern.
Essentially.
Some sort of version of him. Because he also says on the air, bring your teenage girls here with a jar of petroleum jelly.
Ask to speak with Johnny Crunch.
Yeah.
Did the receptionist at the radio station, did she not look like Dilbert's boss? Like, but in female form? Her hair?
Oh, shit. I can see it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dilbert. Yeah, I thought you said Gilbert like Gottfried. I was like, what?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I just found some information for you, homie. Howard Stern actually auditioned for that role.
No.
What?
It says Stern didn't want to play this character as it was too much like himself. Stern insisted the character was written with him in mind and he didn't want to play himself, but he tried out for it anyway. It didn't work out, and Gilbert Gottfried was selected for the part.
That's
Thank
great.
God!
That is great.
I will now. I've been pretty hard on this movie so far. I will give it credit for one thing. At least at this point, they start to establish that he breaks the fourth wall from time
Yes.
to time. So that when my biggest thing I hate in movies is when characters talk out loud about things when they're by themselves that makes no sense at all. So they established fourth wall break, so at least it makes a little bit more sense when Ford Fairlane is just like, yeah, I need to go down here and then do this and then do that, and I'm like, okay, well he's talking to us. I guess that's fine.
This is where we get the you said the beginning of the plot, because
Yep. Plot.
we find out what the case is. It's not a vinyl case or a leather case. It's a case to solve.
That's right.
And he wants Ford to find Zuzu pedals.
Yep. Zuzu Pedal, who is his daughter, sister.
It's my sister and my daughter. What do you care? It's $4,000. Just find her.
Yeah. Just find her, $4,000. Diceman goes back to his car, does this really weird, obnoxious money dance thing.
Well, he only gets paid in gifts. Wouldn't you be dancing if you were going to get $4,000?
It was just weird because he's got a very, distinct personality, and then in this random scene, he's like, money, 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 money.
I'm like that every time I get paid, homie.
Yeah, but you're not going around being like, oh!
I mean, sometime.
How do you know?
Because I hang out with Brent every day.
You spying on me?
Yep.
I
I
gotta
live
cover
in
up all my cameras.
I make day trips to Ohio all the time.
Are we telling my location? God damn it!
Oh no! Ohio!
Now they know where to come. They're gonna come to my door while I'm sitting there.
Yeah, I'm sure on the home video hustle you've never said you're from Ohio.
I have never in my life said anything about being from Columbus, Ohio on this podcast.
Oh no!
Oh shit! What am I doing? You tricked me.
That's okay. We've never said we're from New Brunswick, Canada. Shit!
What? Since
Fuck.
when?
I want to talk about booty time.
Booty time. Booty time.
Well, hold on a second, folks, because before we get to that, we should say, Gilbert Gottfried gives him find this girl, but on his way out, Ford hears on the radio Gilbert Gottfried being murdered and electrocuted.
Yep.
So he runs back to the station. They're like, no, he's just faking his death on air. This is the usual for him.
Oh, fucking shit, my Christ.
You can't say fucking shit, my Christ. So he goes in there, and of course Gottfried is getting electrocuted, and he's killed. Cops arrive, and he has this conversation with Ed O'Neill, playing Lieutenant Amos, or as Ford calls him, Anus.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah, basically, why do you hate me so? Why do you hate me so much? And they have this little conversation here. Just listen up here.
Okay.
Anus,
Oh.
what's the bug up your ass, huh? Why do you hate me so much?
Why do I hate you? I'll give you a fucking hint. 2 words. Disco Express.
Disco Express. Are you dealing in beads or what? I mean, that group Blue Dog, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Anus, they had that single, that real shitty single they wanted me to push during my publicist days.
Booty time.
Yeah, Booty Time with that lead singer, the white Van McCoy lookalike with the 6-inch platform shoes, he looked like
Like me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like shit, but he looked like you.
Booty time, across the USA. Booty time, hey, hey, hey. Booty time, across the USA. It's booty time, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that happens.
My balls.
I think this is one of the most embarrassing roles for Ed O'Neill.
I laughed at it.
Yeah.
I did. I
served
that
its
was
purpose.
No, I did not like that at all.
That's my new ringtone, man. What are you talking about?
I like that. He's almost like a respectable Al Bundy in this movie.
Yeah, that's
Right,
all it reminded me of.
Yeah, he's not a complete schlub, but he's heading there. He's definitely been beaten by life, and he's pissed off about it, but he's got a good job.
This was a prequel to the show Married with Children.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what, it's in the trivia. I just read it.
All he had to do was start talking about football, and they'd been right there.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like it's definitely like you can tell like Ed O'Neill hasn't quite found his niche yet.
I gotta ask though. I mean, for a guy who's clearly left his ambitions of music behind because disco is long dead at this point, why would you just break into song in the middle of an active crime scene?
That's yeah.
Look, sometimes you just feel the beat, you feel the rhythm inside you, and you gotta let it out sometime, man.
Fair.
Or what's the other one-word description, Brent?
What, plot?
There you
Didn't
go.
much to do with the plot at all.
Yep. Well, I mean, it did because Brent just said it did.
What I says goes, man.
Wow. He is taking over.
It's my show now.
I like that Ford has Jimi Hendrix's guitar.
Yes. Which, yeah. It's... Yeah, at first he goes back and forth a lot between, like, he's a detective, he kind of hates the music industry, but he's also, like, a musician, and then he's also, like, he used to be a publicist, and...
Wait, you can hate the music industry and still like
No, I
music.
feel like he hates, like, musicians, though.
Yes, but you can still like music.
Okay. I'm just saying it goes back and forth a lot, that's all.
Yeah.
You're thinking too much, man.
You got to.
Well, this is
Do
where,
you?
Yep.
This is where the kid tries to hire him as well.
Yeah, he wants him to find his dad.
With a Flintstone ring clue.
He's like, you don't understand. When my dad went missing or left or whatever, my mom gave me this ring and said my dad would be wearing the same ring.
You didn't tell me about the amazing clue.
And he's like, I'll give you $100. Dice says no, and then he wakes up with $100. Like, oh, I guess I took the case.
I can't believe I took his money.
And then we meet Priscilla Presley, and this is the second clip I wanted to play because they have a very interesting conversation here. Okay, so what this clip is the conversation, and it's actually from a making of featurette. So it has a little thing of Priscilla Presley talking about the line that Andrew Dice Clay says here. It's kind of interesting. Okay, here we go. So she comes in basically wanting to hire him to also hire him to find the same girl that Gilbert Gottfried tried to get him to find earlier in the movie. So here we go.
Mr. Fairlane, I'm very rich. The kind of rich that warps minds. Nothing offends me. When I was 11, I walked in on my father, the Shetland pony he gave me for my 10th birthday. Does that excite you?
I don't know. I never met your father.
That wasn't in the script, in the original script. That was Andrew's input. Yeah, he was full of surprises.
He ad-libbed getting aroused to a fucking pony to her father getting off on a pony. That was his ad-lib.
Her dad was just a big theater fan who was super into Equus.
I just thought that was so weird. Like, yeah, that was just his little quip. So basically, yeah, she comes in. She's like, "Listen, I need you to find my." What did she say? She calls her my little sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pedals. And he's like, this is all bullshit. Here's
Oh, they
$5,000.
They write about these sort of cases in the detective guidebook. Something about a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. So she's like, I'll give you $5,000. He takes it. She doesn't answer any questions. She bails.
Yep.
He also says a couple words. I don't think I want to repeat them, but he says one of them. I guess one of them's not so bad, but he tries to say transvestite. And he says trans testicles.
Yes, because he's making... Yeah, he's being tasteless about, gay and transsexual people.
I mean,
and the joke doesn't land with her at all.
No.
So we go we go to visit Morris Day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his Don something. Don West.
It's Morris Day.
Don West. TNA's Don West.
Oh shit!
I know
Morris
it's Don
Day.
something.
Morris Day as Don West and Andrew Dice Clay as Mike Tenay.
I'd watch
Trying to
that.
sell T-shirts and shit.
And
Baseball cards! Baseball cards!
You want this Knockouts poster? It's 50% off right now.
Folks, you're gonna want to get it. AJ Styles Phenomenal Best of DVD right now.
ImpactShop.com.
we meet Kyle Troy, who I thought when I was younger, I thought it was Johnny Depp for the
Oh,
longest time.
He's got that sort of metrosexual rocker look.
Yes.
Yeah. Which Dice Clay is just like, hey, who is this fucking kid, huh? But we also meet, I will give you this, I think we meet in this scene one of the best parts of this movie, and that is Wayne Newton.
Absolutely. Wayne motherfucking Newton.
Wayne...
am I the only one that like realized he was the villain like immediately?
No, I immediately was
Okay.
like, he's the bad guy.
I wrote it in my notes. I just put villain right there.
Right.
Anybody who's lurking in the back is immediately the villain.
But I also feel like I almost feel like the movie didn't do like a great job. I think they wanted you to kind of think it was Colleen, like the Priscilla Presley.
It's
and
played
I don't
for a
think
surprise.
I don't think they did like an amazing job of making it look like he could have been not the villain. Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, he literally emerges from the shadows.
And we get a musical number.
Oh yeah, do you guys want to hear a little bit of that or no?
Not
I wanna
really.
hear every bit of it.
Sorry, Brent. You've been overturned.
Oh,
Overruled.
Overruled, thank you. Here we go.
fuck it if you don't taglines.
What's Ford doing, man? Guys, work with me, huh? I got a 65 Cadillac, spare tire on my back. George caught the gold blacks, but I ain't got you. Got women to the right of me, got women to the left of me. I got chicks all around me, but I ain't got you.
Yeah. So he takes out, basically, he's like, Kyle Troy, get out of here. This is how you do a rock and roll song.
Keith Richards is rolling over in his grave and he's not even freaking dead yet.
I kind of feel bad for the actor playing Kyle Troy because he literally just stands there and has to sort of react to like a minute of Dice just riffing.
Was that a real song?
I don't think so.
Think so. No.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact, when I watched this with my daughters, because that's the kind of guy I am,
Oh,
Emma
Brent's
thought
reaction was the best just then.
teach him early.
right. Emma thought he was Elvis Presley.
Well, he kind of does like an Elvis impression, sort of. But did you guys notice? So at this point, he goes to investigate Gilbert Gottfried's old boat, like his little party boat. Did you guys notice though, like a Ferris Bueller riff?
No.
I thought I heard the like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, they did
'cause-
the soundtrack.
Yeah, Yellow did the soundtrack.
Okay, so that definitely was there then.
Yep.
Okay. He says, one of my favorite lines actually almost made me visibly, audibly gag, though. I think I mentioned this to Brent.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to see what you were talking about.
Is when he says, like, Johnny would always try to outdo me. I'd cough up some phlegm and he'd take out a straw.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Blech.
When we were kids, we'd have these gross-out contests. I'd hawk up a big pile of phlegm, and Johnny would say, nice try, and then pull out a straw.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I haven't seen it 500 times.
It's got to be correct, man.
It's gotta be. The joke lands better that way.
I do feel, though, that as he's looking through the boat, I feel like all of this voiceover was, like, this voiceover stuff was added in very late because there's a lot of, like, just, like, jokes and quips, and I feel like the producers are just like, we need to punch this up a little bit because otherwise it's just him, like, slowly looking through. Yeah. There's a few gags. So he does step on a dildo.
Yeah. That squeaks.
It's a squeak toy dildo.
You got any of them
Which
for your
makes
pets,
sense.
Brent?
Wouldn't that kill the mood?
Answer the question, Brendan. Do you have...
A
He
squeak
did
toy.
try to play that off, didn't he?
I didn't hear
did.
what the question was, honestly.
You got any of them squeak toys for your pets?
The squeak toy dildo dog
Yeah.
toys?
Uh-huh.
No, they like the squeak toy fleshlights.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. I thought you were going to say they like the real ones.
Yikes.
No, we're not doing that.
Hashtag dog fucking.
Oh my god. Hells no.
Oh, that put a bad image in my head just now.
Good. I'm
So-
glad.
Speaking of dog fucking,
But this scene has nothing to do with dog fucking.
yes, it does because he finds the videotape Collie and me.
Oh,
That's true.
All right, come tying it in here, guys.
Guys.
professional shit.
Right.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
I gotta know though, who's operating that camera?
Okay, yeah, so we'll explain what he finds. So he finds a video of...
It's a sex tape of Johnny Crunch and Colleen.
Yeah. Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla Presley.
Yeah.
And it's, he's supposed to be barking like a dog and she's gonna whip him. So it's like a dominatrix porn. But the camera keeps moving around. So there's a third person in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rennie
Who is
Harlan
the
in the
Brad
corner.
Maddox in this situation?
Rennie Harlan.
He's just sitting in the corner jerking off and filming.
Yes. Make bark like a dog, yes. Very
God, is that what he
good.
sounds like?
Very good. I don't know, he's German, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Now we meet Robert Englund from
Robert England, who I will never look at the same way again.
What?
What? Well, I don't know, Nathan.
I don't get what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look, yeah, he's playing a very straightforward character in this movie.
He
You're right.
just looks like
Yeah.
a dog fucker. Like,
Guys, he's played a burnt child molester before, okay?
Yeah. I know. And I still will never
So
look
you're
at him
saying
the same way.
that's a more grounded role?
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying
alright.
that I did not expect to see Robert Englund wearing bondage. But he appears in a mirror, and they have this this fight scene. By the way, Robert Englund, he's like a superhero, right? Because he gets like a TV smashed on his face.
A 90s TV.
Yeah, and then later falls off a building, and he does not die.
Right.
It's Freddy Krueger, man.
Exactly.
Oh shit, is it the same character?
100%. I don't know
Is
what
it
happened to the
before?
accent, though.
Oh my god, that accent. It's
hello.
It's like fucking, it's, I know it's not quite the same accent, but for some reason it reminded me of Michael Fassbender and Jonah Hex.
That's his son.
Well, no, Fassbender would be like his
Great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Oh, damn, that's right. That is a Western movie.
Yeah. So yes, they are related. That is correct.
So we move on to the party time.
Oh, yeah, I should have noted.
Oh.
This has a second scene that almost made me gag.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like coming up right here?
You're a
Coming
sensitive
up.
boy, Brendan.
It was just gross.
I don't even remember nothing else gross happening.
Oh, just wait. So, well, it wasn't visually like they didn't show. You don't see it, but it just like the thought of it, just like. Ugh.
Lauren Holly shows up looking fantastic.
I'm with you on that one.
God damn.
But basically, he goes to this party to find out more about, he goes to ask Priscilla Presley more questions about, like, her involvement. What's going on? Why are you after this girl? And she's like, don't worry about it.
I don't ask you to solve a murder, just find the girl.
Yeah. And she notices, so he tells, like, Jazz, like Lauren Holly, stay on her trail. And she's like, here, Lauren Holly, take this CD. Quick, get out of here.
She stuffs it down the back of her dress.
Yep, but yeah. So the part that I said, I was like, what? Was when Andrew Dice Clay picks up one of those hors d'oeuvres,
And he doesn't care for it.
stuffs it in his mouth, doesn't like it, and kisses Lauren Holly, shoving the food into her mouth with his mouth. That was
So upsetting.
horrible.
I didn't even notice that shit.
Oh, so gross.
Just a normal day in the
But
household.
she swallowed it, so good for her.
Hey!
Oh, I don't. Yeah, and then he
That's why
kisses
she's
her
the
later.
secretary.
He kisses her later, and she's like, well, at least this was a foodless kiss. I'm like, girl, you have low standards.
No.
In the narration, he actually makes illusion that him and Jazz actually tried to have like a relationship, but it was kind of spoiled by the fact that he ruined a dinner where he told the joke, "What's the definition of vagina?" A box of penis comes in. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, kind of dug his own hole there. And no pun intended.
He'll be digging out later on.
Oh boy.
Oh!
So see, it's just a fun movie. It's just fun.
Yeah, sure.
It is. I'll give you that.
We'll go with that. So, Dice ends up going to. Okay, how does this happen? Now we go from that to when he ends up going to the funeral. Oh, right. He's sitting there with his koala who's eating cereal.
Yep.
Which, by the way, we haven't seen the koala in about an hour of the movie.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, he just pops up again. I was like, oh yeah, there's a fucking koala bear in this movie.
When they cut back to it, I was like, why is there a giant rat on this fucking couch?
He's just like, hey, you're making a fucking mess here. I gotta clean that up. But they're watching a music video, which is funny. I don't know if this is an intentional laugh or not, but he's watching MTV, and Kurt Loder says, the funeral of Bobby Black will not be open to the public, but this is the location.
No, they're asking the public not to show up, but here's where it's going to be.
Yeah, immediately after he says that. But this is, and if you want to know how to get there, you take the La Brea down to 105. Don't go here, but this is how you get here. But he sees a music video. It's like Bobby Black's last music video, and who's in the video? Zuzu Pedals.
Yep.
So did you know that that's a reference? I meant to say that.
Zuzu Pedals?
Zuzu Pedals?
Zuzu Pedals is a reference to It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
Yeah, because it's something like triggered in my mind because we watched that last year on Christmas or whatever. And I read about it, and I guess one of the kids' names was Zuzu, and she gave him a flower, and when he reached in his pocket at the end of the movie, he pulled it out, he said, oh, it's Zuzu's Pedals. And that was supposed to be a reference to that.
There you go.
I thought it sounded familiar. It was fucking with me the whole movie, I swear.
Oh, crazy old Rennie Harlan.
Telling you, this movie is great. It's secretly great.
It's a movie, I agree. So...
You're gonna fight.
They go to the funeral, and it basically Bobby Black is in this glass casket that everybody's fawning over. Well, actually, how does Dice get into the funeral?
He pays $300. He pays full price.
Why doesn't he want to pay $100?
Because there was a guy scalping. Well, there was a guy scalping tickets to the funeral, as one does. Yeah. And he was giving discounts to any lovely lady who would fillet him.
I love that when you see him, there's I think there's 4 or 5 girls. They all stand up at the same time. I'm like, that was a fun... Were they all going at the same time?
Well, you know.
I mean, it's just... Listen, all I'm saying is it's not organized, and if I'm for one thing, it's organized blowjobs.
The best blowjobs are the unorganized ones, man.
Man, I don't know, because if I see something out of place, I have to move it. So I need stuff to be organized.
Just tilt your head a little bit to the left, girl.
Also, I love how the blowjob just gave them money off. It just gave them a discount.
It wasn't good enough. You get the discount, you don't get free shit.
They still had to pay $100.
Because she spit out, she didn't swallow, so you got to pay extra.
There you go.
Also, how many blowjobs is that guy getting in a row? Eventually you'd be like, all right, now just go, just pay me.
That's what the extends is for, man. Keep it hard the whole day. I actually took one of those on accident once just to see what would happen.
Oh. I thought you took a blowjob by accident. I was like, what?
You know what? There's a story with that, too.
Oh, boy.
But the first one, though.
You took an extends.
My friend got some from his dad. He's like, you want to see if these actually work? I said, sure. So we tried one. And hours later, my dick was still hard. And then he called me. He's like, yo, your shit still hard too? I said, yeah. And we were panicking. Like, what the fuck do we do? I was like, I don't know, bro. And I don't care if he won't care if I say this part. But he's like, man, I done jerked off 4 times and it won't go down, bro. I don't know what to do. Panicking, legit crying and showing us on my...
He should have just went Roseanne Barr, nude, gone.
Sally Jesse Raphael naked on a cold day.
Oh man, good
Yeah.
time.
So there's a car chase at a funeral.
Yeah, he gets into a mortician's, like a hearse, and when he sees the dead naked, not naked lady, but when he sees the dead lady in the back, he goes, "Mom."
Mom.
Which
No, I don't think that he's saying that. Is that my mom? I think he's like, I want my mommy.
Oh, okay, because I was like, that was a strange reaction.
No, because he's like, ah, mom.
Okay, you know what? I will say this right now, just to give this movie a little bit more credit. Not the movie, actually, more Andrew Dice Clay. I think he alone, I feel like it's unfortunate he didn't get to do more comedies, because I honestly think he has pretty good comic timing.
I think, Brendan, you secretly like this movie. You
I
just
do
don't
not.
know it yet.
He is fighting it so hard, ain't he?
I know, yeah.
I did not compliment this movie at all.
All right, well, here's what's going to happen. Once you do all the editing and we release it, I'm going to count the amount of times you give this movie credit.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, Brendan, you secretly like this movie, but you just don't know it.
Incorrect. I didn't
Just
say I
break down.
hated it. I just said I didn't care for it that much.
Okay.
It's not
Sure.
Jonah Hex. It's not, the fuck do we do before that? It's not Suicide Squad. But I think...
It's better than that. I get it.
Yes.
Better than Muck.
I don't know, man. That's a pretty good one.
So Muck was the shit. What you talking about?
Muck was-
you got,
Muck-
no, you left off an S at the end there.
yeah. Or you put a "the" in there by mistake.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get a car chase here.
On an exchange on mobile phones.
Yeah, they imply that that there's a joke about the dead girl giving him roadhead.
Robert Englund says, "Oh, you have a very lovely assistant. I look forward to raping her at your funeral."
Yeah, I wrote that note down.
Did not catch that line.
I wrote it down. I was cracking up when he said that
Holy
shit.
shit!
Robert Englund just takes roles where he is a rapist, potential. I guess.
Play to your strengths, I guess.
There you go.
But thankfully, Zuzu Pedals is still alive. We get another appearance
I'm
by...
ecstatic.
What?
She's like, "Are you mad?" He's like, "No, I'm ecstatic." I don't know why he does that voice. It's like,
Oh, he does do... Yeah, well, listen to me. He does, there's a few times he does, a weird, different tone than he does the rest of the movie. And it's just so, it always, so... it catches me off guard every time. But the police show up here again. Lieutenant Anus, booty time.
Booty time.
That's right. Across the USA. He thinks Zuzu Pedals is the vicious killer.
yes, this broad is lethal.
Yeah. And of course, she is not. We know, like I said, like Brent said earlier, we know it's Wayne Newton.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He is such a bad cop that he just walks out of the crime scene with her. Doesn't hide her under his jacket or sneak her off. They walk off arm in arm.
And it's not even there's so many other cops too. No one notices this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not subtle at all.
The koala's dead, or at least we think.
Oh, the koala is hanging by its neck from a fan.
I fucking cracked up when I saw that shit. I was like, damn.
I actually missed it at first, and then I went back. I was like, "What happened to the koala?" Oh,
It's
Jesus.
dead as fuck.
And yeah, the kid comes back. He's like, "You find my dad yet?" He's all beaten up. He's like, "I kicked their asses pretty bad. The guys who came and destroyed your house." Get
I
out of
did
your
what you
shit,
would have
kid.
done.
Child beating.
Hashtag child beating. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay is like, "What? You call the fucking cops?" Hey.
Fuck that. I mean, forget that, man. Because he doesn't want him to swear.
Right, correct. But now, okay, so now is the time. Oh, so he tries to start up his car, and his car also blows up.
Exactly.
And then he and Zuzu Pedals are hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking.
These guys stop and pretend like they're going to pull them up, let them in. Then they give them the finger and take off, and their license plate says unpoor.
Oh, yeah.
Take that, rich people. From a fellow rich person, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, but he's not old money.
Okay.
There's a difference.
It's still weird. It's like whenever Aerosmith sings that song, Eat the Rich, I'm like, you're rich!
You're insanely rich.
Yeah.
But they get picked up by Melody.
As in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And who apparently is a member of the I Ate a Pie sorority. The hottest sorority I've ever seen in movies.
I ate a tauntaun sorority, right?
Hey!
I know it's gross, but climb inside, it'll keep you warm.
See, look at you making the jokes now.
Hey. Hey!
I thought you didn't like this movie.
I don't.
Uh-huh.
What's that got to do with the movie? I'm making a tauntaun joke.
Okay. He's
Guys,
hiding
get
it,
off
Nathan.
my case.
Yeah, just
Jesus.
how I might like this movie, but I'm like pretending. You're fronting.
I don't like
Ha!
this
Stop
movie.
fronting.
Anyway, he's partying with all the half-naked girls who are ridiculously hot.
Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking him questions about, like, one of the best questions. They're asking questions about, like, rock musicians. They're like, is Sting really an asshole?
I liked if Axl Rose was reincarnated as a black woman, would he be Jodie Watley or Aretha Franklin?
I'm just like, I've never heard this. I've never heard the Sting as an asshole rumor before, but
I've heard it.
really? It
Yeah,
just
I've
seems
actually.
so like calm.
Those are the
One
biggest
has
assholes.
nothing to do with the other.
He orgasmed for a day. I think he's fine.
Wait, what?
Oh, he's into the tantric shit. He holds his orgasms and he goes for like 10 hours or something like that.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, right?
But imagine, like, if it feels like that for 10 hours, I mean, I don't know. Might give it a
Fuck
shot.
that.
Give it a shot. Don't knock it till you try it.
Have you tried it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Sure.
I heard Mariah's, she do her thing, man. I don't know.
I don't have a way out of this. Plot!
Entrapment.
Not a great movie.
Oh, hard take.
Yo, really, though? Is it?
Is that the one with Catherine Zeta-Jones and
That's
James Bond?
Yeah.
That's the one good scene is when she's going through the lasers. Everything else is trash.
I've never seen that movie before, man.
So they're gonna induct Ford as an honorary member
Why?
Of the sorority.
because Melody's super into him, I guess.
That's her way to secure some dick, is to make him a sorority member?
I guess
right.
so.
Yeah, because,
okay.
he's very hard to get.
What? He plays hard to want.
There you go.
Remember.
Yeah.
What's with the thing that they're saying? Quantus Saucedo? No, Quantus Jujubee Saucedo Ford Fairlane. I don't think that's real Latin.
No.
Also, I like to think that they do the same chant for everyone, that they always say Ford Fairlane for anyone that's inducted.
So the henchman, Payne.
But before
that.
they show up, though, they show up somewhere else.
Yeah, they beat up Jazz.
And throw her out of a window.
They threw out a window, that's right.
Which I was like, is she dead?
I thought she was dead. I thought it was a rat.
And
Yeah.
they were, like, just giddy with delight while doing it. So then, after they throw Jazz out the window, they go find Ford at the sorority house. And in order to, I guess, prevent sorority murder, #sorority murder,
Hey, there you go.
they blow up the Corvette that refused to pick them up earlier. Convenient.
Yeah, he pushes it down the hill.
Yep.
With nothing on, like, the gas pedal. It just rolls all the way down over all
Yeah, it
those
just sticks
bikes.
it in neutral. I mean,
It does a lot of damage for I feel like if it hit the bikes, it would have, like, stopped it, pretty much.
depends on how steep the hill is.
I guess.
But
You're
then
thinking too much, man.
And, yeah, the guy who owns the car is apparently in a fraternity. Is he not the oldest college student ever?
He's conservatively 48 years old.
Yes.
And he goes out of a fraternity. Actually, I think he's the only one that looks older.
Yeah.
What? Maybe he was just trying to hang out with younger people.
Oh, he's an alum.
Yeah.
He's trying to be close to that sorority house, man.
That's right. Ugh.
Hard stance again.
Jesus, Brandon.
What?
They're all in
Brandon!
college.
I don't care.
They're all adults.
Yeah.
He could fuck
Government
young girls.
Gives us these laws. Age is for a reason.
What did Leah say? Age ain't nothing but a number.
Right.
So Jazz shows up having survived the fall.
He's ignoring us, Nathan.
And
Absolutely.
reveals that they only have a second... they're on the second floor, so she's fine.
But she walk. I mean, you need to have a hobble or a limp or some shit, man.
She just got a little bit of blood on her face, that's it.
You got fucking tombstone power driver out a window and shit.
And we find out that there's another CD. Zuzu Pedals has a second CD with information on it.
They go to Julie Grendel's place because Ford figures Colleen's the one.
But, plot
Dun,
twist,
dun, dun.
it is actually Grendel. What?
There's no shock there.
I know.
Shock at all.
No, well, it's a quote-unquote plot twist, but, not really. It's Wayne Newton that's the villain.
You're gonna say something terrible like, "Don't play games with me, Mr. Fairlane. Don't play games with me, Mr."
I laughed at that. Did you laugh, Brendan? Did you laugh at all?
What? At what?
Where he said, "Just don't start with the don't play games with me, Mr. Fairlane," and then he immediately says that, "Don't play games with me, Mr. Fair," and he stops.
I mean, I kind of expected him to say it.
You fucking liar. You laugh.
He is fighting so hard.
I know.
Mortal
pretty
Kombat
obvious.
over here.
It was a pretty obvious joke. I don't know.
I'm sorry this isn't up to your SNL standards, motherfucker.
Well, come on. I never said anything like that.
Oh, you're saying it. You're just not saying it. I'm
So-
reading your invisible body language.
He says, Grendel says, after he shoots Colleen,
Fuck up, Brent.
Oh!
that he's gonna torture.
I thought y'all were nice in Canada. What the fuck, man?
You push me, and you push me, and if I get back, I get backed into a corner, the rage comes out.
The syrup starts flying.
Hashtag Canada Rage.
Well, it's okay. It's fine because if we get into a scrap, we've got free healthcare, right?
That's right.
Right.
Oh, see, we got it too if you just don't pay it.
What are you gonna do? Repossess a spleen?
Just go into the room and just jack one. It's all good.
So, anyways, Julie Grendel. He shot Colleen and says he's gonna start with the torture, but not Fairlane, not Zuzu pedals. No, the Jimi Hendrix guitar.
No!
To which fucking Ford Fairlane screams rape.
Yeah, I sure
Did he?
does.
I didn't hear that.
Yes,
He
he goes,
does.
rape.
Yep. Yeah, he threatens to, and because of Diceman not wearing a watch and trying to say like, yeah, if I don't pass these CDs if I don't call the cops by 7 o'clock, all these CDs are gonna end up at the police station. And then Julie or Wayne Newton's like,
7:30.
it's 7:30. Then he throws his guitar out the window.
Second biggest crime in this movie.
What's the first? That it was made? Oh! What?
Oh, shit.
Blowing up the car.
Oh, okay.
That was a fake car, though.
The Ford Fairlane. I mean, not the Corvette. I don't give a shit about the Corvette.
Oh, okay.
Oh! Hot take again.
Full of hot takes. Hot take the episode.
And I gotta say, Brandon, I don't think that you think this is the biggest crime that you're saying that it is, because it does seem you're enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying talking about it.
Oh, I think you enjoyed it quite a bit.
I did not. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure you did.
so...
Fight.
Brent, you always do this. You always do this!
That's what I'm here for, homie.
There was a really funny thing when they're out on the Capitol Records building as they're trying to make the escape. Yeah, They do this pan-around shot of the Capitol Records building, and in one of the windows that's lit up, there's one guy just jamming out, like, on an air guitar.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I do, there also is a moment here where some guy goes flying off the building through a tour bus, and the tour guide is just like, crazy, you know...
Anything can happen.
Including that, and then doesn't react at all.
And usually does.
Yeah. All the tour people are, like, terrified, and she's just like, meh.
Shit happens.
People do this all the time. Capitol Records is full of people falling off the building. This scene is long. Like, they're making their way down the whole building. Robert Englund...
Paid all that money to film there, you better spend some time in that motherfucker.
Right.
I really doubt it's the building when they're on the outside of it. Robert Englund's following them, and but then Ford Fairlane notices that he's got that ring that the kid had. He says, oh shit, I can't kill him, that's the kid's father. But he kills him anyway. Or he thinks he does.
Sacrifice his guitar.
Yeah. But
Yep.
And he lands on a piano that two people just happen to be moving at the time.
Night movers.
Piano night movers.
There you go.
It is the music industry. They were clearly working on the night moves.
Night moves.
Right, there you go.
And Ford makes sure to get one quick joke in as to say hello to Liberace on his way down.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about when he was mouthing off to the folks from Wisconsin. And then we finally find the elusive Art Mooney.
Yes, because we never even... Actually, this is the first time we brought it up. But Art Mooney was a clue earlier in the movie, and it turns out that that's where the third CD is.
On the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes. And it put the three CDs together, and it's all this information that Wayne Newton is basically ripping off his own company and starting a copyright infringement. And
Pirating,
selling, like, bootleg.
he's pirating CDs. The funny thing is, when they did this, I paused the DVD several times so I could read the little jokes that nobody would get at the time because they flash by so fast.
Yeah.
One of the bands is 5,000 Schizophrenics. Now, at the time, schizophrenia was kind of mislabeled as the split personality disorder disease. So, and there was also a pretty famous band at the time called 10,000 Maniacs. So, if you had 5,000 Schizophrenics, you'd have 10,000 Maniacs.
Gotcha.
All that work for a joke that nobody would see.
I didn't even see none of that shit.
There was another one, a nod to Die Hard. There was the Nakatomi Boys Choir was the name of the band.
I feel like there was a guy in the editing booth that was like putting those jokes in to keep himself amused.
Just bored as hell.
Yeah.
There was a group called Fred and Ethel, but Ethel is spelt like not ETHEL like the name, but like ethyl formaldehyde or something. There was a band called Polanski Nursing.
Oof.
Or no, Polanski Nursery, that's what it was.
There you go, Brendan.
Oof. Polanski. What'd he do?
Polanski Nursery.
Hey, who is that?
Yeah, what'd he do? He's a good guy. Roman Polanski. He's a good guy. He walks around and solve mysteries. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Was he a hashtag child fucker?
He may have been. Oof. That's why he's hashtag exiled.
There you go.
And hashtag avoiding trial.
I bet he is.
And hashtag making movies in other countries.
He still makes movies?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Somehow.
I didn't know that.
So, after this point, basically we're in the final stretch. They're going to go get Wayne Newton at the nightclub. Diceman's got the three CDs. Saves Morris Day from getting shot.
Yep.
And
Jazz gets into a fight.
And she gets help from the least likely of allies.
Sam the sleazebag.
Who is alive.
Yeah.
And he was reformed thanks to Slam the Rapper.
Thanks to them beating the shit out of him.
Well, he even says, I was like you until some nice gentleman, I don't know, helped him reform me or something like that.
See, that was fine. I didn't really like the fact that he's with the Pussycats band now.
Well, he's not a pervy raper anymore.
Oh, okay, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
That's how it works.
Yeah. You just get reformed and then you can... Yeah. It's...
So,
Yeah. Anyway.
when we go into the party where they're announcing Kyle Troy's new album, he looks like Paula Poundstone at this point.
I do like his tears.
Oh,
The
shit.
single tear.
Yeah, well, I think there's like a couple, but he's just like the close-up on his face getting like emotional later on.
And I think it's funny the way that Grendel describes about the reason why he's doing it is because all the money his record company makes, but how very little he gets. He lives in a penthouse at the Capitol Records building.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
No, but I likened it to if David Geffen started Napster.
Oh, shit. You sure
And
he
he even
didn't?
pissed in the punch bowl.
So at this point, Ford comes up with a plan to have Zuzu Pedals grab the microphone and kind of hold it behind Wayne Newton as he's basically confessing to everything. Mm-hmm. Which he somehow doesn't notice the microphone right beside his face. And yeah, he confesses to everything, goes out on the stage and starts losing it, pulls out a gun, but as we established earlier in the movie, Ford's favorite drink is a Sambuca milkshake, which apparently is flammable, which I looked up. It's actually not.
Plot.
There you go.
Throws it all over Wayne Newton and lights him on fire. But yeah, so there's, he kills him, but it's not over.
No.
Because after Ed O'Neill gets a gig to perform Booty Time
Hey.
for Morris Day.
The one night of the year they have Disco Appreciation Night.
Yeah. And Morris Day is somehow, from his Booty Time singing, says, you know what, that's going to be a huge hit.
No, he says, as far as I'm concerned, Booty Time is the only white disco song.
And I'm like, yeah, it is. And then, but yeah, like I said, it's not over because he runs into Robert Englund, who is somehow not dead.
Not dead. Yep.
But he's not the kid's father. He killed the kid's father.
Just some asshole he strangled in, like, Reseda.
Yeah. And so that's why he has the ring. Okay, this is my last credit I'm going to give the movie.
Uh-oh.
I kind of like the Indiana Jones route they took here with the kill.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
With the whole, like, let's go fisticuffs, let's do this.
Mano a mano.
Mano a mano, fair and square, one-on-one. England drops the gun, Dice basically like, you idiot, and shoots him.
I did laugh at that. That was a good one.
Mano to mano, what does that even mean? Use your head.
It reminds me of the whip/gun moment from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And this is the part where I think the movie commits its biggest sin.
Oh.
But wrapping everything up?
The way it wraps everything up, because the
Oh.
movie tries to be, like, you know, have this edgy way of, like, you know, it's set in its ways, and then they pretty much, like, take everything back at the end. Because
No,
they...
it shows that he...
What you mean?
No.
He can love.
No!
Brendan, you're such a soulless,
No.
joyless husk of a human.
No. You establish this guy as some, like, womanizing asshole who doesn't care, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I love this one girl. Also, we're bringing back the koala. Come on, you didn't think we'd kill the koala. Oh, and I love the kid, and I'm going to be his dad. Come on.
I knew all
Yeah.
this was coming, though, except for the koala.
But,
Yeah, I
like,
didn't
it's
think
such,
they'd
like,
kill the flukin' koala. Why do they keep saying flukin'?
You're going to kill... that I
Kill
didn't
the
understand.
fucking.
I didn't understand why they said fluck a bunch of times. That was weird.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. If you're going to commit to something like that, like quote-unquote edgy or, like, you know, a certain way of looking at things, and then at the end you're just like, never mind.
He's supposed to be lovable by the end of it, Brendan.
Supposed to leave the theater happy, man.
They just
Yeah.
popped out on themselves, that's all.
I think you're just devoid of joy, Brendan.
No.
Yeah.
Live a little, man.
I just think the movie didn't have the balls at the end of it.
How would you have ended the movie?
I don't know. She could have been like, hey, so we're going to give this thing a try. He could have been like, nah, and then gone back to his ways.
That's not as fun ending, though.
No, it's not.
You could at least did the joke and had him fuck, and then she'd be like, "Do you love me?" or something. He'd be like, "No, oh," and then go to credits or something.
Yeah, fine. That's fine. But I just don't think it needs like a fucking fairy tale ending. I don't know. It's weird.
I feel it helps.
It didn't fit the tone of the rest of the movie at all.
It didn't fit your tone with the movie.
It didn't fit the tone of the movie.
Your tone.
I like the ending.
My tone? I didn't make the movie.
Yeah, no, this whole time you've been dissing it this whole time.
Yeah?
All right,
but
now.
but giving it credit, because he secretly likes this movie.
Yeah.
Well, to the point where he said, "This is the last time I'm going to give it some props." That means you've done it a lot of times before that.
Like 4 times.
That's a lot for a movie you don't like.
Tiny things in the movie.
I can tell you, how much credit did we give Muck?
Lots.
None.
Plot.
You definitely didn't give it no plot props.
I got damn right.
What, you mean a girl changing in front of the mirror for 20 minutes isn't important to the plot?
I mean, it definitely is, but at the same time.
Depends on the movie you're watching.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that was Ford Fairlane, so we're going to take a little break here, and we will be right back.
Oh. What Were They Thinking is brought to you by HostGator. HostGator is a leading provider of shared, reseller, VPS, and dedicated hosting solutions. Award-winning support is available 24/7, 365 days a year via phone, email, and live chat. Discover why over 9 million websites trust HostGator. Use the coupon code SCHLUCK for 25% off your first purchase. That's SCHLUCK, SCHLOCK, for 25% off your first purchase.
What Were They Thinking is brought to you today by GameItAll.com. Whether it's video game news, the latest in music, or movie reviews, GameItAll.com is your one-stop shop for all nerdy talk. And we're back!
Hey! Back here! What were they thinking?
Brent, what's the weather like up there?
It's hot as fuck!
Hey, that's right, it's weather and traffic on the 10s. It's looking pretty busy out there. If you're heading down the South Sea, though, make sure you take the I-95. You're gonna want to steer clear of them surface streets.
Cloudy skies? I fucked them. Oh! We're back from the ads. As Izzy would say, greatest ads that ever added?
Maybe.
Nah.
But,
Yeah, they're pretty good. I thought the last one phoned it in.
Nathan? Brent?
Yes?
Yeah.
I think it's time to dim the lights.
Okay.
Maybe light a candle.
Oh.
Done?
And maybe talk about a little low haiku.
Oh.
Yes, 5 and 7 and 5 syllables to perfectly sum up the movie we just talked about.
You are one sloppy motherfucker.
This is the NPR way of doing things.
Well, because we have a guest, I figured we would let our guest start with his low haiku.
It's the Canadian thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So, Brent, go ahead and read your poetry.
Okay. Ford Fairlane was not as bad as expected. Win Centipede 2.
Very good. And the answer
Thank you.
we really need to get PJ to be available.
Yes.
I'll go kidnap him later.
Okay. Okay.
Special guest, Gauss, ladies and gentlemen. Gauss.
Gauss is going to read his low haiku. Thank you, Gauss.
That was great, Gauss.
Well, I'll go ahead then this time.
Okay. Yep.
Diceman, Diceman, on the wall. Who is the sleaziest of them all? Oh!
Did you extend the O out to 5 syllables?
No, that was 5, 7, and 5.
Well, critics didn't like. Don't they have some ups to shut? Critics can shut up.
Well, Nathan, now that we've come out of that, we all had opinions. Of course, in this one, a rare case where our opinions were mixed. But what do we all say?
We say,
Don't take a word for us.
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel that we were all kind of on the same page that the movie was quite enjoyable. You were the only one who was being secretive about it, though.
Incorrect. So let's talk about the Rotten Tomatoes reviews.
Mm-hmm. Let's give the percentages here.
Oh, sorry. What does it have as a critics rating?
29%.
Okay.
And an audience score of 67%.
Oh, shit.
Right.
I mean, that's still not super
good.
high.
It's higher than the other one.
It's not like Rad that has a 0 critics and a 97 audience. But anyway, yeah, so let's talk about it. So, this first one here is, this is a good one from Time Out magazine. It says, "This expensively empty action comedy is as much fun as a car crash."
He's just not getting into the right car crashes.
Right.
This movie was fun.
Okay.
Really fun.
Yeah.
In fact, Variety actually said, "This is surprisingly funny and expectedly rude. This first starring vehicle by vilified stand-up Andrew Dice Clay has a decidedly lowbrow humor that is sort of a moderate equivalent of that of the Three Stooges."
Hold the fucking phone. Fuck that shit.
I don't know, is Variety versus Time Out?
Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Go to hell, Variety. Go to hell.
This is better than the Three Stooges.
Brent, you got one?
I do got one on IMDb real quick.
Okay.
Nathan's gonna love this one.
Of course I will.
10 out of 10, comedy perfection. This film
that was
is
my review.
Oh, I had a feeling. This film is the perfect comedy/action film of its era. The film is absolutely perfect in every way. Andrew Dice Clay is perfect in the part. The writing is excellent. The acting is good. The comic timing is impeccable. Everything works. The music is fantastic. Lauren Holly is gorgeous. Clay is in his prime and at his peak. Everything about the film is perfect. Wayne Newton is the bad guy is great. Ed O'Neill is great. People want to hate on Clay, but he was the most popular comedian at the time. He was literally a rock star of comedy. I highly recommend this movie. It's like the perfect snapshot of the late 80s/early 90s.
Yep, that's what I wrote.
This is despite whether you like or don't like the movie, I think this is a funny negative review. It's from Mountain Express. It just says, "Look at the star, look at the director, see something else."
Luke Y. Thompson from New Times, he published this fantastic, a little lengthy, but I feel it gets the point across. His review is possibly genius.
Gross.
That's it. Yeah.
I got some audience ones here.
Okay.
So this is a positive one, but I don't like the spin it takes. Okay, one of the most classic of all movies. Modern day metrosexuals need to watch this to understand that we don't need to cleanse, tone, and moisturize. We are men and proud of it.
What?
Yeah. Brent, you got any other ones?
I do got one. It's kind of long, but the last sentence fucked me up, so I gotta read it.
Okay.
This is 1 out of 10, straight to the scrap heap.
Yep, I wrote that. This is the one I wrote.
Oh, so now it's you. Okay.
Fake news.
Is it a wonder Clay isn't in more movies? Who could stand him for 90 minutes or so? Not too many, judging from how well this movie did in theaters. His routine transplanted to a detective quote-unquote comedy. It shows pretty much what Clay is, what made him what he is today. Crude, anti-woman, sexist, and extremely lunk-headed. But here's a bunch of shit. I'm gonna just skip down to this bottom part, though.
Okay.
No stars, 0, zip, zilch, nada. I know that only goes it only goes to only 1 star here, but this one makes the lonely lady look like Birth of a Nation.
What?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. I think when he's saying, I think he's talking about like the filmmaking aspect of it, not the content. Because some of those very problematic movies are well made, but they're not good, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. When was the review written? Does it say?
Nah, I don't see a date on it.
I don't even know what the lonely lady is, though.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if they're talking about the other Birth of a Nation movie.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about the original one, because that actually was on like an AFI list for a long time, until they decided that it was like, that didn't really need to be there. Brent, you're not going to like this audience review.
Uh-oh.
It says, "Fuck all rap movies, this is rock and fucking roll."
Christ.
And tell them they can suck all of my dick to like it.
I'll just read the last couple audience ones just because they're quick here. After 21 years, this movie still has all the charm of an autopsy. Dice is a vulgar, witless worm, spitting a worn-out bag of profanity and insult riffs, draining all energy and entertainment from this effort. Do yourself a favor and avoid this piece of trash. And then the other one is, this is the worst movie ever. Everything about this movie is awful. Every line predictable and brought in by the Dice Man's bullshit male pride act. Hands down the worst quote-unquote comedian to ever walk the earth. However, if you have run out of legit comedies to watch and need to laugh, give this a shot. Wait a second. You
Wait,
just
what?
said it was the worst movie ever. And then it said, but if you're out of comedies, it's good for a laugh.
Did you write this one too, Brendan?
No, I didn't.
Where he secretly likes it? Yeah, that's probably him.
Nathan, do you have any more there?
Okay, here we go. This one is, I think this might be more for Brendan. Fans of Dice Clay will love this movie. Non-fans and most women will hate it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one. This is an audience
No,
review.
one more. Ahead of its time, completely
sorry.
goofy, but I love it.
That's not me.
5 stars.
This is the last audience review. I'm not sure what this person's opinion is on the movie, because it's kind of all over the place, but here we go.
It's not another review for a water park, is it?
Here we go. Hello! 3 exclamation marks. My name is Joy Faith 500. I am tall, good-looking, perfect body figure, and sexy. I saw your profile and was delighted to contact you. I hope you will be the true loving, honest, and caring man that I have been looking for. And I have something special to tell you about me, so please contact me directly. 5 stars.
What the fuck? Did you go to that porno website again?
That is a review on Rotten Tomatoes, my friend.
So it wasn't a review for a water park, it was a Match.com profile.
Oh dear Lord. So that was you know, those are some reviews.
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Yep.
Oh.
Nathan's favorite movie.
So ratings. Now, Brent, I don't know if you know, but we have a new rating system.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll ask you first then. So there's 4 different ratings you can choose. Was it wonderful movie magic in the water? Or I cannot reach a judgment, night? Captain America? Or did this movie make you Nick Furious?
I didn't hate it, didn't love it, so I would say it's probably the Judgment Night one.
You cannot reach a judgment, night?
Yeah.
Alright, Nathan, do I even have to ask you?
No, not at all.
It was a wonderful movie magic in the water for you?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to surprise everyone and say Captain America for me. So it's not Nick Furious, but it's the next one up. So there you go.
I think if we watched this on our show, it'd probably been like a 6 out of 10 for me.
So that was Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Now, before we go, I guess I should drop a hint for our next movie.
A hintaroo.
Yep.
A hinski?
Yep.
Just a little brief snippet as to what we might be watching?
That's what it is.
Oh, like a clue of some sort.
That's what I'm about to do right now.
A briefly riddled type of... Okay.
Thanks. That's not the clue.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, so coming up in 2 weeks, this is your clue. By the way, last of our summer flopbusters. Spiders aren't fake!
Oh.
There you have it. I think they've already figured it out.
So he doesn't sound happy about it.
So that's coming up in 2 weeks. But Brent, you did mention your podcast again, but you know what? Mention it again. Plug that shit.
Oh shit! Plug it in. All right, here we go. Capital H, capital V, capital H, capital P, lowercase I-cast on Twitter. AgeRadio.org/Home Video Hustle. That's the podcast number we on. Go check that out. YouTube, type Home Video Hustle in the search bar, and I assure you we'll be there. We got new videos every Wednesday, because if you want to know what we're going to watch on Friday, you can watch the video on Wednesday, because PJ randomly picks movies out of a bag.
A Star Wars
Instagram,
bag.
Facebook. Exactly, see? See, the joke is, if you don't listen to the show, he hates Star Wars, so I purposely put shit in a Star Wars bag, but don't tell anybody.
It'd be like if Nathan drew movies out of or if we drew movies out of a muck bag.
Ugh.
Or a Ford Fairlane bag if Brendan was picking.
No, to be fair, it'd be like a Suicide Squad bag. To be fair.
Oh, while I'm here, let's start some beef. So, Unfriended is worse than Suicide Squad, huh, Nathan?
Yes.
Nope.
Fuck that.
100%.
No, Unfriended is infinitely better.
Garbage.
A million times better.
Unfriended and its sequel are both better than
Sequel's even
Suicide
better than the
Squad.
first one.
Thank you, see?
It could only be.
Nah, I just bought the first one on Blu-ray. It's gonna be coming up
You're
during
never getting
Halloween
that
month.
money
And
back.
Nathan
I don't
is
want it back.
his
I got the
guest.
You
movie.
should, because it's a waste of money.
You know, yeah, we might have to bring your ass on for that one. You gonna watch it?
I'll come on and just shred it. I don't
And
care.
then- and
That
you will
movie is
get shredded.
garbage. Terrible. Fucking
Oh,
watch
Unfriended.
an
One
hour
of
and a
the
half
Oh,
long
wait
Movie
till-
magic in the
conversation.
water.
Exactly. Wait till the next time y'all do listener requests. It's on. I got you Uwe Boll last time. I'm gonna get you an Unfriended now.
If you thought this episode we were divided, just wait. Till
It's gonna be the
Unfriended.
opposite side.
It's gonna be Nathan groaning the whole time, me going, I like this.
Like, this shit is hype.
Awful.
Oh,
Suicide
so I
Squad
guess
is
what we're-
trash.
I guess what we're saying
Laziest
is
filmmaking.
I guess what we're saying is Unfriended's one of the best movies of our time.
Compared to
And-
Suicide Squad, definitely.
It's not.
So Montrose, is he there?
Yes, I'm here.
Montrose likes Unfriended.
No, I do not.
How convenient.
Terrible. There's nothing British about that movie at all.
Montrose, would you like to plug your channel and such?
Of course. Yes, you can. Please do tune into my YouTube channel, Montrose Monkington TV. I'm on the YouTube, as well as you can see me on Facebook, Montrose Monkington III Esquire and Friends, and also I'm on Twitter at Montrose III. That's the number 3RD. Just quipping. I'm taking it pretty easy this summer. I've got some things that I've got to video, and I need to get Jerry, my editor, to get off his rump and put some videos out there. But of course, I will be covering SummerSlam.
Wait, I'm just thinking. Oh yeah, SummerSlam is this Sunday.
Right.
Yeah. Montrose, I do have a quick question for you before you go.
Okay.
There was a little bit of drama last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, with
Right.
your father. And I do want to
Yes.
apologize. I don't know how he got on this show.
Well, he got on this show because that Steven fellow
Yes.
invited him over because he said he was living in California. I had no desire to speak with him after what happened at the family reunion.
Do you have
and
anything-
I felt it very uncouth and unprofessional for Steven to do such a thing.
Do you have anything you want to say to your father right now? The floor is yours.
He can fling his own poop at himself and eat bananas in hell.
Perfect. Thank
I
you.
bet his dad likes Unfriended.
He probably does because he is awful.
He knows good movies.
He does not.
Brent, you are a needler.
Poke the bear.
Poking that bear.
I'm a monkey, okay? Not a bear. A chimpanzee, thank you.
Are you sure you've been gaining a little weight, man? You're looking kind of bearish lately.
No, stop it! I went hunting one time and people tried to shoot at me. There's a whole video of it and everything on my YouTube channel.
That's how it builds character. You'll be alright. You tough, right?
Going fishing this time. Instead.
Monkeys get shot at every day, B.
Not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Oh.
I will take my leave of you. Thank you. More later.
Oh, that was the most we've ever pushed Montrose.
That's what I'm here for.
He was getting ornery. Or horny, I'm not sure.
He's getting more horny?
Yeah.
No, can't. No sex for him. He's British.
No! Sex! Till Brooklyn!
Damn.
So anyway.
So there we go.
As for our podcast, since we've been talking for 18 hours, our podcast, What Were They Thinking? You can find us on pretty much any podcatcher. You can find us on our home base, obviously, at Podbean, also Apple Podcasts / iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, you know, that stuff. And, you know, Teddy Ruxpin, Teddy
Appreciation Society.
Right, what was the other Teddy Ruxpin?
Or the Expression Society. Where you take your your audio journals and play them through a Teddy Ruxpin.
I wish. Somebody make that app. I want it.
Unfriended is better than Suicide Squad.
See, Brent's got his app.
I always felt that Teddy Ruxpin was a lying, soulless bastard.
Yeah, but so is that why it was weird that he just spoke the truth for the first time?
Exactly, right?
Nope.
It wasn't.
He did
weird.
not.
Okay.
No,
even liars tell the truth every now and again.
So you're saying you can't be all evil?
Exactly.
What? So, Nathan.
Yeah.
Having said all of this, I have a few questions.
Oh, about Ford Fairlane?
Yeah, I do.
I've got answers.
Well, Nathan, this movie, you know, this is going to be a little different than the usual questions. I just got to ask you though.
All right.
This movie that has divided us so.
Yeah.
And what a coincidence.
Not for realsies.
No.
Because you secretly like it.
Well, no.
Yep.
Anyway, this movie that has divided us. And coincidentally, Brent is on this episode because he likes to break up podcasts.
That's what I do.
Nathan, I don't. Why did we allow this to happen? I gotta ask you.
Okay.
What were we thinking? Also, Brent, thank you for coming on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me back.
I'm gonna put that after the what were they thinking, so it sounds as awkward as it sounds right now.
I know.
Excellent.
Keep it awkward.
Keeping it awkward. 2018. What?
That's definitely in Brendan's wheelhouse.
Plot. Fuck you.
Keeping it awkward.
And we're out.
Hi, guys. We interrupt your favorite podcast to interrupt you with an ad for your new favorite podcast.
Wait. Isn't this playing on somebody else's show?
Exactly.
So then how are we... I thought we were their new favorite podcast.
Well, we're going to become their new favorite podcast after they hear this advertisement for our show. What's our show called, Justine?
Superiority Complex.
Yeah. Where can they find us, Patrick?
Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to @SoupComplex on Twitter, SOUP Complex, and you can go to Facebook.com/SoupComplex. But our main page is on Podbean, and you can find us there at www.superioritycomplex.podbean.com. New episodes are out every Thursday. Justine,
yes.
What do we talk about on the Superiority Complex?
Nerdy stuff.
Perfect.
Don't get all sensual with your voice.
Yeah, did you hear that?
I heard it. It's a little inappropriate.
If you want to hear a little more of that, tune in to the Superiority Complex. One more time, Justine, what do we talk about?
Nerdy stuff.
Nah, wasn't
No.
the same. You tried.
Hey, do you like movies?
Hey, do you like podcasts?
If you do, then come on down and listen to the Home Video Hustle podcast, homie.
Hustle.
Every Friday, we talk about whatever movie PJ picks out the bag. What does that mean? Well, every Wednesday on our YouTube page, I pick a bunch of movies at random. Sometimes there's a theme to it, sometimes not. PJ picks the movie out, and guess what? We watch it on Friday. We talk about it for about maybe an hour and a half, whatever we feel like doing. Might give you something good to watch, baby. Come on down every Friday.
So come get your hustle on with Home Video Hustle.
You can find the show on any podcatcher app, or you can come down to homevideohustle.podbean.com. All of them in one place for you, so you can go ahead and binge it like it's Netflix. We ain't the Defenders, but I like to think we're a little bit better than that. come holler at your boys, man. Come chill with us. Peace.
Peace.
It's time, let's check our cue, baby. Pair it with a couple brews, baby. We love good movies. We love the bad ones too. So we watch them all and pass their lessons on to you. Oh yeah. Everything I learned from movies helps to make life a little bit groovy. Whether one last plot holes or gratuitous movies, it's time to get busy with your friend Steve and Izzy at eilfm.podbean.com.
What were they thinking?
Also, funny fact, you know how we got that phone recording of Andrew Dice Clay and Gilbert Gottfried that we play at the beginning of we're playing at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, the one that we dug through the archives to find?
Yeah, he's so dumb that he doesn't realize that Priscilla Presley is actually Elvis's ex-wife and not Elvis's daughter.
Wait, what?
I fucked up the opening, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Do that again.